Good afternoon, everybody. This is Chris Turner coming to you from Fort Smith, Arkansas, and one of my favorite places to grill, my backyard. Today we're going to do a demonstration showing you a fantastic pork loin recipe with a honey bourbon mustard sauce, which is just incredible. What we're going to do is also show a healthy alternative. Grilling's not just for meat, it's also great for vegetables. So we'll do a little side dish with a vegetable as well. Usually you see us on the trail with C Eliots BBQ, low and slow at about 250 degrees for a long period of time to help break down some of the meat. Today we're going to do something different with grilling. Grilling usually is a higher heat for a shorter period of time. And today we're going to be cooking around 350 to 400 degrees on your grill. First dish I'd like to do for you is a vegetable dish. And this is a fantastic side dish. It's a great starter dish as well. And what we've got is, I've got zucchini and squash that I've julienned. What you want to do is, if you can get the pieces close to the same size, that way they'll cook evenly, which definitely helps your cooking time. I have about 3 squash and 3 medium-sized zucchinis. We're going to start with that. I'm going to put these into a Ziploc bag. Got one of the freezer-sized bags. We're going to take this, and hopefully I'm just going to slide that right in there. And I also have, while I'm doing this, some portobello mushrooms. That's also going to go in there. And this dish is a great side dish, by the way, that you can cook just stand alone, or it's a great appetizer as well if you use something like a nice hard French bread or a crusty bread. It is fantastic to put a few of these on top of a piece of crusty bread. It's delicious. I'm not a guy that eats a lot of vegetables, but these I will eat. Okay, so I've got your portobello mushrooms going in here as well. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a seasoning. And you can use pretty much any seasoning you want. It tastes fantastic. I've used, sometimes you find bread dippers out there. Those are great seasonings to put on there. Any kind of barbecue rub if you'd like to go that way. Sometimes I keep it real simple and use the Montreal steak seasoning. That works fantastic as well. What you're going to do is you're going to pour some of this into the Ziploc bag. And what I like to do is shut the bag and then just kind of let that shake around a little bit until I get a nice good coating on each of the vegetables. Get a nice good flavor all around. That looks pretty good. What I'm going to do next is take some olive oil. And I'm just going to let these soak a little bit. Now, for demonstration purposes, we'll go right to the grill. But at home, I usually like to let these sit for about 2 hours. Let them get nice and coated with the olive oil as well as the rub, and some of the juices just kind of intermingle. So we're going to put that olive oil in there. Wouldn't you know it, I don't have the best Ziploc bag, but what we're going to do is let that coat each of the vegetables, just kind of stir it around in that Ziploc bag. The mushrooms tend to soak up a bit of the oil, and we're good to go. Now again, usually I would let this sit for about 2 hours, but today we're going to go right to the grill. What I like to use for the grill, they do have vegetable racks that are fantastic accessories that you can buy for your barbecue grill, and your particular maker of your barbecue grill may have a good accessory for you. For today's demonstration, and sometimes when I'm doing bulk, it's much easier. I have like a cookie resting tray. It just has the small little grid pattern on there. That way I don't lose the vegetables down in the grill. So I'm going to place that on the grill, let that get warm. Take these vegetables and let them start to cook for a little while here. And this is going to take usually about 10 minutes or so. You just want to watch your heat. I like to let the vegetables get to just about al dente, a little firm to the bite, a little bit of a crunch to them as they go along. Okay, we'll let those vegetables go for a little bit. And often I'll use a spatula to go around there. All right, they're looking good. I am happy with that. Okay, next dish, pork loin. What this is this has a honey mustard bourbon sauce. And the pork loin is a 1.25 pound pork loin. Usually you buy these in the grocery store and they come 2 to a pack. So it really is a delicious cut of meat. Again, this is the top part of the rib of the pig. So this is a fantastic cut of meat. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that same idea. We're going to use another Ziploc bag. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a fantastic sauce that goes with this. It's just absolutely wonderful. That's probably why I do this recipe. I really love the sauce. What we're going to start off with is about 8 tablespoons of Worcestershire. And we're going to put that in the bag. And then we're going to use about 6 tablespoons of your favorite bourbon. Now again, if you're not a big drinker, you don't have to put the bourbon in there, but it is a very tasty additive here. We're going to use about 6 tablespoons of honey mustard. And you can use honey Dijon. I prefer the honey. It makes it a little bit sweeter with all the extra ingredients that are in there. What we're also going to put in next, to add a little more sweetness, is the maple syrup. Get that all in there. It looks good. Get just a little bit more here. Alrighty. Looking good. I like it. And now we have our maple syrup. And again, that's going to be about 6 tablespoons of maple syrup. We're also going to use 6 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Okay? And then we're going to use a 1/2 tablespoon of black pepper. That goes right into the mix as well. I'm just going to stir up my vegetables a little bit, make sure they don't burn. Give them a little turn, and they are looking good.